Ebenezer Akwaje and Edward Akufo-Addo. Kwame Nkrumah, the sixth of the big currency on the currency, the big six on the currency, was to join them later. And there are others equally important that we should not forget. And I pay homage to George Power Grant, R.S. Blake, Kwabena Kessie, J.W. de Graaf Johnson, and Francis Awuno Williams, amongst others.
Right, let's speak to Professor Harold Bukari Martinson, who is a political historian. He's joining us on the telephone lines now. Good evening, Prof. We're grateful for your time.
Good evening, sir, and it is my pleasure.
So, very quickly, I'm sure you heard the president's address, and would you say he faulted?
I beg your pardon?
I'm saying that I'm sure you might have heard the president's address. Would you say he faulted in any way?
Well, I will not say he faulted or he didn't fault, but then politicians as they are, they will always like to balance the equation in their favor, whether it is simultaneous or quadratic equation.
So the thing is, the point is that in his speech he mentioned names, but he started by mentioning J.B. Danquah, on, and people are concerned that he may have, for example, sidestepped the important players in the independence struggle, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and started from J.B. Danquah. This actually has been raising a lot of criticism and bashing against the president. You think these criticisms are fair?
Good. For instance, if we should look at the historical antecedents of our political safari, that is just briefly from the UGCC up to the present, it is true that yes, Kwame Nkrumah was invited by the senior members who were already there. But Nkrumah came and upstaged the game in the sense that whilst others were saying that we want independence, in the shortest possible time, Kwame said we want independence now. And now, let's ask ourselves, if people are saying that Kwame did not do it alone, there is no country where one person, normally takes it upon himself to acquire independence or liberation. And for instance, if we listen to Kwame during the independence, celebration, he acknowledged everyone's contribution. And if at least President Nana Akufo-Addo was to congratulate all the people in UGCC, take it for instance, with reference to that symptomatic letter of reference, that is, Power Grant ordering, J.B. Danquah, to write a letter, file a letter on the 17th of July 1947 to Dr. F.B.C. Nankabrus, copying into the 21 others, Joe Myers, Ben Tamakulu, Akilepa Sawyer, and the rest of them. Our president could not acknowledge all these people. And in any case, what about the people who were there on the rostrum with Nkrumah during the eve of the independence? They should have also been congratulated. So we all know that, yes, J.B. Danquah was the doyen of, our politics. But we cannot change political history. Nkrumah today, tomorrow, should be deemed rightly as the person who at least independence.
Right. Professor Martinson, we're grateful for your time, although very briefly, thank you very much for joining us. Professor Bukari Martinson is a political historian, and I'm Stephen Ante.